So I'm standing in the far front corner towards the lake of what used to be the bunkhouse. And this will be obviously a room, not obviously, but this will be a room with two windows facing towards Morgan's. And there's the bathroom that will feed into this mark on the wall labeled sewer. That will be a sewer line that will run out along the front wall towards the street now, that whole wall towards the street, and probably there'll be a bathroom here. We'll see, we've got a lot to discuss. But holding that thought for a second, here's the two windows of that room, and there'll be a third here. So I'll back up a little bit so you could see a little bit of a perspective of what I'm talking about. That'll be a complete room right in there. And then where you see that corner and that window, that'll be another one, probably up to that post, maybe all the way to the corner of this fireplace little support thingy. Okay, I'll zip around slowly so you don't get sick. Those are the windows, by the way, that need to be put in. And that larger one, you know, originally was going to be a bathroom window. Maybe it still is. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're seeing a tiered stair area. They had to do that because the ledge was at just about an inch below the top of that top step. Now in terms of our heating appliances, right below that yellow light, right in that corner, we'll have to build out the steps here to support it. That's about 20 inches, I guess. Here's my foot, which is 12, so I guess it's, yeah, about 20. Right in that corner will be the boiler, and then we'll have to feed the flue pipe. I originally thought we could come all the way over here and out that existing hole. If we can add a power vent to the flue, we could probably make the run that long. Otherwise, what we'll have to do is come up to the left of the chimney. We'll punch out one of those blocks, and then we'll have to get into those white storage cabinets in front. All right, but here's where you'll have the 3-foot window. You'll have a window here that'll be 30 by 30. All of this stuff, by the way, this electrical, that line, that copper, that's got to somehow get in here. Here's the feed from the well, which we have to then run up and over in order to feed the boiler. All of these lines run to the red, run to various radiators. All of it, I think, with the exception of probably this one, is somehow going to get neatly tucked in. All this pink stuff comes down. And by the way, when it comes down, you expose these really nice beams. They're really quite charming, actually. And in my view, they kind of match up with these posts that are all staying here. But all of this plumbing and PEX can go on the other side of where you have this slight step up here, which goes to the corner of the fireplace thing again. If you call that to the right of it, or to the right of where I'm standing, 7.5 height, ceiling height, all of this is what we're calling 8 feet. And there's our French door in between the two windows and the view of the lake. Here's where we end up with the fireplace. They're going to continue to critter proof. They're going to add more cement to fill in all the areas where you see light. And then we could chop out that angled piece of wood, that stone, which I really wish was out, but I'm giving up on that fight. It's staying, because then what we could have done is that support post that you see there, I think that could have gone back further, but whatever. you know, it is what it is. We can either leave then the rocks exposed if we like that rustic look, or just kind of erect a wall on the back edge of this to then, you know, finish and maybe hang a big screen TV here. And that, which they've now leveled, you know, is a nice surface for, you know, shelf, beers, whatever. I think that's really all in terms of an update that you need to see. But the floor, you know, came out wonderfully. It, you know, it rained the other day. It seems like the place stayed dry. So I think we're in good shape. They've got to cut down these windows here. That one on the left of the screen and that one now. You got to chop down so that you can get 18¼ inches height. These are going to be glider windows. All 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last thing to show you, well, 2 things. Here's the punch out for the main sewer line. And again, I had told you last time, you know, these are the true appliances. I guess tub, you know, who knows, something else. Toilet. So in terms of our stairs, this one here will remain. This one comes out, and this one will remain. And we cut it out so that you've got pretty much a 10-foot, which then will coordinate. I'm standing on the highest level, and now I'm stepping down. This post will stay to the right of the steps, and then your final step should end up here. Right above you is where a beam is. You know, you don't want your head to hit that. I'll back up to give you a slightly different perspective. So there's the, you know, you want to end up probably on the ground level, or at least on that where it's up three inches, you know, just to the right of that support post. Okay? And that's it. And, you know, whether we want to close this off, I guess, for the utilities. And then, lastly, all of this will be graded to provide a fairly flat surface. I mean, it will be flat, but it'll be angled away for runoff of water. They were originally going to fill all this in on either side of the door, and I asked them, please don't. Trim that back, in fact, so that we end up, I'll back up here now, we end up with a complete little patio area underneath the deck. And, you know, I mean, my goodness, we could even screen that in someday if we wanted to. See, it's a nice size. And then all of this, then, it'll be lower, but it'll maintain a flat, you know, terrain for sitting and touch football, for goodness sakes. It's a beautiful day. The lake is glistening, and this thing is really coming to a head. You know, while I'm here on one video, I'm going to quickly, pardon the shakiness, but I'm going to quickly walk up to where they cleared all these trees. You see, to the right of the tool shed, it's all chopped out now of all the trees that were there. Here's the front of the house. There's our new septic. All right, there's the front. You can see all the windows we're going to have in the basement. There's the leaching field stuff. Those are chambers that get interconnected. And there'll be 2 rows of 6 side by side buried in the driveway. You could drive on them, no problem. I don't know about driving on the septic tank, but anyway, this is what I want to show you. Whoops, a little sunny. All these trees came out, and our driveway is going to start to the, you know, beyond our car. I'm getting a little closer. This brush pile will be cleared out, but I'm going to turn around now so you could see where the new structure is going to go, and you're allowed to go 3 inches over the existing roof line. Yeah, it's got to be 3 inches. No, for a minute there I thought it was 3 feet, but there's no, 3 feet would be like, you can almost do 3 stories. So that's it. All cleared out. All right.